I'm going to break this down into my 3 main reasons why I love the game. Starting with the game of basketball gave me meaning and purpose to my life that I never had before. And in order for me to explain that fully so that you really understand, I have to give you some backstory. So I've been playing basketball since I was a kid, since I was 8, 9 years old, and I loved it. I loved basketball, but I wasn't any good at it, and I knew I wasn't good at it. Because I knew I wasn't any good at it, I never thought about trying to get better at basketball. I never thought, oh, one day I'm going to play organized basketball, because I knew that was going to happen because I wasn't any good. But a major way that my love for basketball was fueled was the way I was growing up simultaneously. My lifestyle was that I'm an only child, right? I'm not close to my parents. And at school, I'm an outcast. I got these thick glasses and it's I stick out at school and I'm weird and awkward to all the other kids. So I'm an outcast at school. And then not only that, but I also I lived in a senior citizen apartment complex because my dad was the live-in manager there. So we lived there. So it's not like I lived in like a normal neighborhood with like next door neighbors who were kids my age that could be my friends. I lived a very isolated, lonely, boring lifestyle as a kid. Most of the time it was just me by myself in my room trying to entertain myself. And most of the time that took the form of like watching TV and playing video games and eating a bunch of high sugary, high calorie foods in the process of doing that. So even when I started playing basketball and I got into it, I found that it just sort of naturally fit me. Even though I was super active all the time, I was still eating a bunch of those sugary, high calorie foods simultaneously. So I was also like skinny fat as a kid and a teenager. It wasn't until I became a teenager that I started actually exploring, can I get better at basketball? It wasn't until then that I started getting serious about it, where I started really studying the game and made the intentional decision to try to see if I can actually get good at basketball. That's when the structure and the meaning came into my life, because before that, there was no point to any day.